Okay, boys and girls, so now we are going to do the combining like terms portion. It's in that, like on the second page. Open it up, down at the bottom. Terms, part of the expression separated by an operation. We know that. Coefficient, the number multiplied by the variable. It's the number right next to the variable, okay? Okay, the most important part for 6th grade is combining like terms. Okay, remember the terms have to be exactly the same. If you have x's, you combine your x's. If you have y's, you combine your y's. You cannot combine an x and a y unless you are combining x's and y's, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Okay, right here, I have 4x minus 2y plus 2x plus 13. Okay, I have 4 x's, 2 x's. How many total x's do I have? 6 x's. I have a negative 2y. Do I have anything to combine my y's with? No. And then I just have plain old plus 13. Okay, these terms are combined. You can't solve this. You can't solve this because you don't have a value of the x's and the y's. Okay, so come down here to the next one. Negative 3d plus c minus 2d plus 2 plus 4c plus 5. Okay, so I have a negative 3a. Was that an A or a D? Okay, it was a D. I have a negative 3d and a negative 2d. Same sign add, different sign subtract. These are the same signs. So that's negative 5d. I have a positive c and a positive 4c, so that gives me a combined of 5c. And then I have a 2 and a 5, same sign add. Awesome, you've combined your terms there. Okay, come down here. This time I have my numbers first, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing to combine with it, so I'll just keep it at the end. I have a positive 3m and a negative 2m. Same sign add, different sign subtract. So that gives me, what's 3 minus 2? 1. So I just have m. Now, you can write it just plain m like that, or if you feel it's necessary, you can put that 1 in front of it. I don't care. It's whatever you prefer. Positive 2p, positive p. See right here, I know that's 1p even though it doesn't have a 1. 2p plus 1p is 3p. And then I have this leftover guy over here. What is he? Is he positive or negative? Plus 12. Okay, last one. 5c minus b cubed plus 2c plus 2b cubed. Okay? I have a 5c and a positive 2c. Same sign add, so that's a positive what? 7c. Then I have a negative 3b cubed, negative b cubed, and a positive 2b cubed. Same sign add, different sign subtract. I have 2 positives, 1 negative, so that's plus b cubed. Just a side note, what does cubed mean? It means like 3, right? So if I have 5 cubed, that means 5 times 5 times 5. This is just a little something extra. Okay, just write it up there. Okay, if you have 3 squared, that means 3 times 3. Okay, let's talk about when you have a number next to a letter. When you have a number next to a letter like you did right here, let's highlight. Like you did right here. Or right here, or right here, or right here. Number next to a letter means to what? Multiply. Write that down. A number next to a variable means multiply. Okay? Also, we can write parentheses. If you have a number next to parentheses, like 3, 2. This also means multiply. Okay, got it? So there's a couple of different ways to show multiplying. Here's one way. Let's highlight. Here's one way.
Students and teachers.
Here's one way. Okay, so I just moved it over. No big deal, I just moved it over. Okay, now this time we're going to graph. Okay, I'm blowing this up pretty big. This is quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. In this quadrant, I have positive, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. Okay? So, let's come over here. It says graph the following points on the coordinate plane. This is easy.
All right, guys, just a couple of announcements real fast.
Hold on.
Tennis trial.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so 5, 0. Remember, this is your x, and that is your y. Okay? So this tells me to go left or right. Your x tells you to go left or right, and your y tells you to go up and down. So over 5, up 0. This is on the x-axis. Okay? Now, let's do the next one. Over, you always start at 0, 0, right? That's the origin. Over 0, so I'm not going to go left or right at all, up 5. And this is located on the y-axis. -2, -4. Quickly tell me, where is this located? What quadrant? In quadrant 3. How do I know that? Because I have a negative, negative, okay? So negative x means I'm going to go to the left. Negative y means I'm going to go down. So over 2, down 4. Okay, I have a negative x and a positive y. So this is in quadrant 2. So over to the left 3, up 2. And put D. This time I have a positive x and a negative y. Anytime you have a negative y, you're going down. Anytime you have a positive x, you're going to the right. So what quadrant is this? 4. This kind of question to me is a freebie. So over 4, down 6. And then I have a positive, positive, and that's in my quadrant 1, the one that you've always done. So over 4 to the right, up 6, because if it's positive, you're going up in the y. Okay, perfect. This whole thing right here, you don't have to draw this if you don't want. These are freebie. Don't miss them. They're baby easy. Okay, now down here, this one is a little bit harder. Okay, I want you to make sure that you're studying your independent and dependent. That foldable that we did, it's really, really important that you understand that something affects something else, right? So what is the independent variable? If you look on your comp book, it says it is normally most often on the top of a table. So this will be my x, this will be my y, this is my independent variable, this is my dependent variable. Okay? So my independent variable is time. My dependent variable is distance. Okay, what do you predict? Sorry. It says, what do you predict the distance will be at 45 seconds? Well, first of all, we need to figure out the relationship between my x and my y. What is happening to my x to get my y? Okay, after 5 seconds, you were at 10 feet. So I either added 5, right? I either added 5 or times 2. Okay, if I added 5 to 10, would I get 20? No. So I'm thinking that it is times 2. 15 times 2, 20 times 2. Okay, so what equation is being used to find distance? This is saying, what did you do to your x to get your y? So we're going to write y equals, what did I do to this 5 to get 10? Times 2. What did I do to this 10 to get 20? Times 2. What did I do to this 15 to get 30? Times 2. So it's safe to say that my equation is y equals 2x. So my question says, what do you predict the distance will be at 45 seconds? Well, y equals 2 times 45. I'm substituting this for that, right? So what is it? It'll be what? 90 feet. So they're basically doubling it, right? They're doubling from however many seconds they go, they double their answer. Okay, what about down here? Yards and feet. The independent variable is your x. This is your y. So this is yards. This is feet. What's my relationship here? I either added 2. Oh, and this was multiplicative. Kind of wrote that funny. Okay, so I either plus 2 or times 3. Add 2 here, you would get 4. Times 3, you would get 6. So what is this one? Times 3. So how many feet will be in 8 yards? Oh, this one is asking it backwards. Okay, what equation is being used to find feet? Let's write the equation. I like to figure out the equation first. So y equals what? 3x. How many feet will, oh no, this one isn't backwards. Miss Gentry read it wrong. How many feet will be in 8 yards? Okay, so if I'm going to substitute here, so I would have y equals 3 times 8. I took this right here and I substituted this 8. What's 3 times 8? 24 feet. Okay, perfect. Study this. These are not hard, guys. Independent and dependent. You have great notes in your foldable. So I'm going to write down here, study comp book notes. Okay. Peace out. Hey, y'all subscribe, okay? I have 24 subscribers. I have like 100 and something kids watching this. Subscribe.